Hey folks, it's Michael Johnson. Welcome to this week's Energy Sketch. We're going to talk about parking lots, solar panels, and suburbia today. A little bit of a rhyme, a little alliteration there. So I saw this photo shared by Amy Harder, whose newsletter from Breakthrough Energy called Cypher. I highly recommend. Link is in the description. Thanks for sharing this photo, Amy. So this is a JP Morgan Chase company building near Columbus, Ohio, with a big news release saying we're covering our parking lots in solar panels. So there's so many threads here, and it's related to a topic close to my heart of urbanism and urban planning and transportation by foot, by bike, by bus, by shared taxis, by cars, and all of that, and all the emissions and all of the infrastructure that goes along with that. But first, we'll talk about these solar panels. So there's one thing that struck me really when I started looking into this is that these are flat. And actually, you can notice here on top of the building, they've already installed some solar panels that are, these ones are facing vertically up, which is not the best efficiency for this location on the surface of the earth. Actually, these ones are kind of angled, so they're facing this way, because you imagine like the sun is going here and it's more angled in this direction. So it's more efficient for them to be angled. So hey, why aren't your solar panels angled more appropriately for the location where you are installing them? Question. And maybe that's related to costs, logistics. You got to build this roof on your parking lots in order to install these solar panels. So it's cool. Nice project. The thing is, like, I looked it up on Google, right? Google Maps, Google Earth, and it's just embedded. Here's the building here, right? And you can, I did actually measure the area of this campus. And I counted up all of the parking lots that are in this little lot, and then I multiplied it together. So you could park about 10,000 people in this parking lot, which is apparently about the number that work in the building here, right? But what I'm curious about is, like, they say in the article that they can power the building, roughly, offers about 14 megawatts of power, probably averaged over the year. But that's just the electricity for the building, right? It's like we got to remember the scale of this and the amount of energy that's consumed in transportation. And so this location here is really out in the suburbs, and you can see the beginnings of it here, the cul-de-sac, design with these cul-de-sacs and these suburban cul-de-sacs. And actually, there's really no sidewalks on any of these roads around here. And I saw on Street View there was two ladies walking. Maybe they were on a walk from work, but they're walking in the street right next to the curb. It's very dangerous, especially when it gets dark. And I just find it sad also that look at the little bit of water, the little bit of wetlands that we've left here. And this is the picture, right? This used to be all nice wetlands or potentially agricultural land. But it's just this suburban design that we've continued to gnaw away. We've been clawing away at the nice agricultural lands, at the wetlands, in search of this mirage of the easy living in suburbia. So I've got a little video here zoomed in again, and we're going to just zoom out from that location as those cul-de-sac suburbs come into view, and then you see all the nice agricultural land over here, but we're just carving it up with these little cul-de-sac suburbs. And there's a sort of apocryphal story told of, imagine you're someone that lives here and you want to go visit your buddy over here. It's likely that you need to drive around here, get on the highway, go down here, get off at this exit, come back here, go through this cul-de-sac to come to this thing here. So we've really killed freedom by offering an illusion of freedom. And I'm inspired by a lot of the urban designs in the Netherlands, particularly where this type of suburbia would have actual dedicated cycling infrastructure that would really connect in a very gentle way, connecting across the divides. And so folks could bike to work because, let's face it, most of the trips that we do in North America, a vast majority of them, well, I don't know, 50% of them are probably something like that, are under 3 miles long. So often there are so many better alternatives, which leads to another thread of this hyper focus on electric vehicles instead of more of a focus on the holistic big picture of enabling lower impact modes of transportation like walking, cycling, and efficient and effective public transit. So those are a few thoughts that came up looking at this picture of this giant office park in suburbia covered with solar panels. Great, good for you, covering, retrofitting your infrastructure, making it a bit greener, but let's not lose sight of really the big picture and the big chunks of the energy consumption. And let's kind of stop building this stuff right now and get to work on retrofitting it in a way that could redeliver some of the freedom of movement of people. Those are the thoughts for today on parking lots, solar panels, and suburbia, folks. Thanks so much for tuning in to the Energy Sketch. See you next week, Monday, 12 p.m., youtube.com/@Energy Sketch. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, all that good stuff. Share with your friends, and take care. See you next time. Toodaloo!